Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you a very relaxing meditation to get through these turbulent times. And yes, you are seeing me for the first time in several months. I've been out sick, and it has been a minute. But Happy New Year. Uh, we are currently at the timing of this video, it's January 20th, and we are entering the Celtic month of Rowan, or Aquarius season for those who are celebrating. So happy birthday, Aquarius. I just want to take time out to remind everyone that they have more power than they think they do over their own realities. We are co-creators of the universe. So a lot of what we are experiencing is for the collective. It's a collective lesson that is being learned at this time. I have noticed that we have to get to a point for the collective where we are able to undergo what is known as Uranus and Gemini, which is about 8 years in the making, from 2025 to 2033. I do go into this a bit in my latest book, The Phoenix Command, where I talk about the role of starseeds during this time period, which is going to be ushering in the next 80 years, which carries us into the 22nd century. So we've got our work cut out for us. And as painful as it is to let these old paradigm shifts go, to let these old systems collapse, we have to practice detachment, because the more we try to cling to it, the more painful the process is. Whereas the more we are detached, the quicker the ascension process is, where we're able to adopt new systems, because frankly, the old systems are outdated. They're outmoded. They are not going to carry us into the 21st century and beyond. We need to come up with a new form of government. We're going to have to come up with new global systems that are going to be more fail-safe. And so this is the process, okay? And so I just want to remind you guys to keep breathing. I am going to share with you a transmission I had when I was on the mend, because I saw quite a few interesting things when I was kind of out, of it. I was able to tap into the thrones, which I wasn't aware of, but they are just above the archangels and just below the seraphim, I believe. And I was able to see my solar angel. I saw my solar angel in a vision where I was basically among the thrones, and I just saw all of these beautiful white wings surrounding me as I was healing. So it was a very spiritual type of, experience that basically put me through quite a few spiritual initiations while I was on the mend. And the most important part about healing is sleep. That is where you do the majority of your healing. But, with that, I do want to share this with you. This is the Golden Pond of Detachment. This is for those of you who are internalizing a lot of what's happening and need to protect yourself more, protect your energy more. Okay, because you are not being punished. This is not something that you personally have to take on. Okay, you do not have to internalize any of this. You can see it as an observer. You can send your energetic healing and get back to your lives. And that's the whole purpose of being in balance. It's kind of like the monks we are seeing who are marching for peace. They are completely detached. They are not engaging with any of the, things that are causing problems, but they are making it known that they are sending energetic healing wherever they go. And so this has been really something for those of you who have been tracking that. But beloved, I am Starseed Commander. Take this message. We have gathered you here today to remind you of all that has been, of all that is, and all that is to be. Beloved, you are so precious to the world. You are so kind. We remind you to unburden yourself, to rise above the chaos, to remember the light frequencies, to remember your home, your higher self, your origin, the 0 point, the omission of both light and dark frequencies, simply the void, simply is. We remind you that you are allowed to simply be, to simply exist. There is nowhere to be. There is nowhere to rush off to. There is no one to save. You are not here to save anyone. You are not here to worry about things beyond your control. Simply allow it. Remember why you said yes to allowing it. Allowing things to work out, allowing the universe to resolve things in time. Time is a very powerful mechanism. Solutions find their own way. Release. Release the desire to control any outcome. Release emotional attachment to outcomes. Detach yourself. The concept of detachment is as ancient as Buddhism and the early mystery schools of the East. It is the key to finding your way back to innocence, finding your way back home to purity, to the purification of mind and spirit. The concept of detachment is to remember your purpose. Focus on the intention of the flame that burns within. The illumination flame within the mind's eye, the third eye, the pineal gland. You are becoming illuminated. You are becoming beyond the illusion. You are seeing the light. You are seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. You are seeing the way through. You are remembering that all of this has already been done. You have already mastered it in many lifetimes, many star systems, many realities and dimensions. You are simply experiencing this 3D holographic experiment for the sake of collecting data and returning to source. You are its witness. You are simply a student, an eternal student, a soul who has traveled through endless journeys and endless incarnations. We return you now to your most simple state. It is as if you are meditating before a pond, a very still pond, reflecting the sky. Your mind is so deeply connected with the stillness of the Golden Pond, reflecting the heavens that you are no longer sure where you end and the pond begins. You are one with the pond, the stillness, the purity of the mind. We encourage you to return to this pond whenever you need grounding and balance. We remind you these techniques were taught in the mystery schools and brought to earth through various lineages. Mind over matter. Control your mind and you control your life. Do not allow fear, deception, threats, or anything else to shake your concentration or disturb the stillness between you and your golden pond in the mind's eye. It is simply chatter. Do not be distracted. Be still. Be focused. Be calm. Remain calm. Remember the eternal plan. Remember the infinity of all that is. Remember how very small this moment in time is compared to infinity. What appears to be challenges or problems are simply opportunities for the advancement of humanity. Humanity is undergoing a collective lesson, one that must be learned periodically to return awareness to higher truth. Minds are awakening, the illusion is crumbling. Even those who once blindly followed false leaders, false prophets, false politicians, are awakening to deception, betrayal, treason, and lies. We do not judge you if you are holding resentment, but we remind you This is not important to your higher self. Your higher self simply sees them as creatures, part of an experiment, one of many. And yet they are your creatures. You had a hand in assisting with their evolution, and so it matters to you. You do not wish to see them suffer. You wish to see them thrive in peace, prosperity, joy, and love. But from the perspective of your higher self, detached from the outcomes and the illusions of the third dimension, this is simply an experience, like watching a movie. You know the movie eventually ends. It is up to you whether you finish it or not. There are many other movies. This is detachment. Return to your golden pond. Return to the peace within. Your soul wishes to be at peace, so give it peace. Without noise, without constant entertainment, without the need to endlessly busy yourself until you are sick from stress, overworked, overwhelmed, agitated, and out of balance. We remind you, none of this is real. It is simply an experiment, and you can make it pleasant. You are co-creator of the universe. You can heal yourself. You can return to happiness and peace. You do not need anyone to save you. You do not need a concept of God designed to control Homo sapiens until they've reached ethical maturity. Humanity is evolving beyond that construct. Remember the future, Homo galacticus, Homo omega, beings who transcend limited consciousness and rejoin their star nations, families, and alliances. Remember the civilizations to come, type 1, type 2, type 3, and type 4 on the Kardashev scale. Remember that humanity is integrating shadow, descendants of ancient invaders from worlds such as Mars, Maldek, parts of Orion, and Draco. Shadow integration. The balance between light and darkness is the point of the experiment. Shadow beings seek to drain the light. We assist you with shielding. We empower you. We remind you of your power. You have the power of no as well as the power of yes. You have always had this power. Be clear about what you want, and so it is. Beloved, I am Starseed Commander Anuanna in transmission. So take a deep breath and look around you. Think about where you are at the timing of hearing this. Maybe you're at home or work or listening in your car. Maybe you're exercising. But I hope you will replay this at some point when you are able to close your mind, your eyes, and just go within and contemplate. Visualize your own golden pond. Visualize yourself detaching from any emotional outcome. I know what we are seeing today in the daily news is heartbreaking and traumatic. I am aware of what is happening out there in the world, and it is very difficult to detach when there is so much suffering. But it only adds to the suffering when we are suffering as well. And so I'm not saying turn a blind eye. If you are in a position of power, absolutely take action. But if you are not, unburden yourself. See what you can do to assist those who are in your immediate circle, your family, your friends, your community, your team, and empower yourselves. And definitely check out my website at nikkivasquez.com for my other works. It's a great time to, just discover new material out there. There's so many wonderful teachers out there right now, New Age teachers, philosophers, spiritualists, channelers, empaths, okay, that are doing wonderful light work. on behalf of light workers. They are definitely here to assist us through these times. You can check out resources of events in your community. You can check out the Gaia channel and YouTube, other light workers on YouTube. But this is our time. And we must not allow our energy to be depleted. We must not allow our light to dim. This is when we must shine brightest. This is when we must go forward boldly. This is where we must, be louder than the dark side in terms of our work, our good work, to show there is a better way, and to, definitely remain in balance. Because the more balanced we are, the more calm we are, the more other people, I think, are going to pick up on that vibe. And it's contagious, because people will wonder, well, why aren't you freaking out? So this is where it begins. It begins with us. I know that it does help to talk about things if they are really bothering you. Definitely open up to your family and your friends, or a counselor, if things are getting to be a bit much. But for the most part, remember, you are in control of your own life, your own mind, your own health. So take charge of that. Take command of that. That is why you are here, to remember you are a multidimensional commander, and why you chose this very challenging timeline. Okay. It's not really about what's going on out there. It's what's going on within. What is all of this going to get out of you? Are you going to emerge a stronger leader, or are you going to continue to feel helpless or overwhelmed? This is something where we have to evolve to the point where we remember how to master this. Because again, we have to usher in the next 80 years. We are the predecessors of the new earth. We have been in a position where the torch has been passed to us by so many great freedom fighters throughout the ages. And they're going to wonder, well, where were you at the time? Were you overwhelmed by the darkness, or did you take control of your mind and, remain strong for those who needed guidance? And I hope this video has helped you today. Thank you so much for joining me. Again, you can learn more on my website at nikkivasquez.com. Please like and subscribe, and happy journeying to you.